All right, welcome back to the Mike Gallagher Show. I'm your special guest host, Carl Jackson, filling in for Mike Gallagher. We only have a few minutes left with Mark Walters of Armed American Radio. Mark, real quick, we only have 3 minutes. Tell people where they can find you, because I want them to be informed when it comes to our Second Amendment right and our rights, our God-given right to be able to defend ourselves.
Armed American Radio, Carl, airs every day, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern, 1 to 3 Pacific. You can look me up at Armed American Radio for a station to listen, or you can watch or listen to the show live on the website. And, of course, my huge Sunday show, airing on over 200-plus radio stations for the last 14 years, also available for you at armedamericanradio.com. And if you want up-to-the-minute real news separated from real opinion, you can visit Armed American News to get your news specifically related to the Second Amendment.
And just real quick, let me mention this. For those of you that are looking for another outlet beyond the NRA to defend your rights, Mark is on the board of the Second Amendment Foundation. That's a great gun group to be a member of, or a 2A group to be a member of. So I just wanted to throw that out there real quick, Mark. I read this column earlier, American Greatness, lawsuits against gun makers are a backdoor gun ban. Can you talk to us about this a little bit? Because these gun makers are being thrown under the bus. This is a backdoor way to bring about a gun ban. Let's get your take on that.
Yeah, what you're referring to is the law that protects gun manufacturers from the criminal misuse of their products. And that law is the Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms. We call that the PLCAA. And what the left is always trying to do, as they did in Connecticut after Newtown, was they went after the manufacturer, in this case it was Remington, who was out of business. They were bankrupt. Remington didn't settle anything. Their insurance companies, a total of 4, decided to walk away and not fight. And that left open what the left sees as, oh, we can do this in other states. They're attempting to do the same thing in Texas, et cetera. But what they can't do is legislate around the Second Amendment. So what they're trying to do now is use the courts or activist courts to get around it. Each state has different laws. But the PLCAA, what that essentially does is that you cannot hold a firearms manufacturer responsible for the actions of a criminal. And we always resort back to the automobile. We do not hold Ford responsible because a drunk driver drove a Ford F-150 into a minivan and killed a family. No one would even think of holding Ford responsible. We hold the driver responsible, and that's what has to happen in these gun cases. But this is more evidence of their hatred for our right to bear arms, our hatred for gun rights, that they would even attempt to do so. There is no equivalence whatsoever between the manufacturer of a firearm whose product was used unlawfully and the criminal themselves. We have to hold criminals responsible. And the court got it right up here that in the Bruin case, to tie this together, that we do not blame law-abiding citizens who carry guns publicly for the actions of criminals, period. We're on solid footing here, although it's going to cost a lot of money to defend against these frivolous suits. But we will win. Freedom will always prevail in the long run, Carl. I believe that in my heart.
All right. God bless you. Mark Walters of Armed American Radio. Thanks for joining us today, man. Really appreciate it.